Hi everyone, welcome to video lesson 1.2. In this lesson today we're going to be learning how to add integers with the same sign. Before some vocabulary I'd like for you to write down and understand as we use throughout not only chapter 1 but throughout the rest of our units. The first word is opposites, so please be sure you write this down. Opposites mean two numbers that are the same distance to 0. Where one number is positive and one number is negative. For example, -4 and 4 are opposites. 2 and -2 are opposites. 10 and -10 are opposites. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause the video, write the definition down of opposites before we move on to additive inverse. Our second vocab is additive inverse. It's a number plus its opposite always equals 0. For example, if you look at -3 and 3, they're opposite. They're being added together. Our sum is 0. 4 and -4 are opposite. They're being added together. The sum is 0. If you need a moment, please pause when you're ready. Unpause and we're going to move forward. Page 4 of 8. We're going to use counters to find what -4 plus -3 is. So what we're going to do first is we're going to combine 4 red tiles to represent negatives and 3 more red tiles. So when we combine that, we have something that looks like our 4 red plus our 3 red. Do you notice that there are not any 0 pairs in this set? So I don't have anything I can take away. They're all the same color. So -4 plus -3 equals -7. I have $4 I owe to one friend. In addition to that, I owe $3 I owe to another friend. So altogether, I owe $7. Let's try a couple of these. In our next example, we're going to use a number line to check our solution. So we have -4 plus -2. So -2 plus -4 equals -6. We are, if you recall from lesson 1.1, we're taking the absolute values of both integers. Absolute value of -2 is 2. The absolute value of -4 is 4. So we're going to use the common sign. Since both integers contain a negative, our solution will be negative. It's the sign that they both share. So the sum will result in -6. Using a number line, we're going to start at 0. We're going to move left 2 units. And we're going to continue to add to that 4 more units. So from -2, we count left 1, 2, and we continue adding negatives 4 more units, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gives us a result of -6. In our next example, we have 3 problems here, and they're all going to be modeled using these red and yellow tiles. So example number 1, we have -1 plus 7. So I have 1 red tile plus 7 red tiles. Notice I don't have any 0 pairs to cancel, so my final solution for number 1 would be -8. Example 2, I have -6 plus -10. I have 6 red tiles plus 10 more red tiles, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I do not have a combination of yellows and reds, so I do not have any 0 pairs. So my final solution is -16. And for example 3, I have -4, so 4 reds plus 5 more reds to have a final answer of -9. In this last slide, students typically work on their own. They would pause the video, but just to save some time, we're going to go through these. This section is called On Your Own, and this is typically where we have a class discussion the next day in class. So -3 plus 2, using the number line, always starting at 0. We go 3 to the left, and we're going to add on 2 more negatives. We end up at -5. For example 2, -5 plus 5, starting at 0, we go -5 units, plus 5 more would end us up at -10, and we can write -9 and -10 in. So 5 negatives plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more negatives gives us a final solution of -10. And finally, -7 plus -1, we go 7 units left, plus adding on 1 more negative gives us -8. Thank you for watching video lesson 1.2. If you have any questions, please write them down and we'll answer them in class tomorrow.